I tell you, I grew up, I was born in 1956. The country I was given is gone. But I'm going to stand and fight and bring a country back to where it was to give to my grandchildren. Good on you, folks!
Hands off our kids!
Let's show these tyrants we mean business!
McGowan easily resemblance with Hitler is each day approaching more the idea of a Nazi Western Australia. This is becoming a Nazi society where people are being discriminated on grounds that are unacceptable. McGowan cannot behave like Hitler. He is not to oppress us. This is not Nazi Germany. This is Australia.
So let us do everything in our power to ensure that not one more child is harmed. And this overrides anything that McGowan is saying, that the Convention on the Rights of the Child stands.
The real enemy is the government. The real enemy is the mainstream media. And the real enemy is the big pharmaceutical companies.
We've now got nurses, teachers, firefighters, more police officers joining, fire and resources industries, correction services, healthcare workers, united. And guess what? We are now making applications for injunctions at the Supreme Court for all of our industries this week.
And every single time this totalitarian regime brings something else forward, more and more people are starting to realise that what they were originally told isn't as it seems. And the reason we're getting bigger is because they are joining us.
The system has been designed to systematically destroy all independent thought and decision making.
Everyone who is here right now knows the government's agenda is not one of health as the vaccine injured pile up, as children are drugged for a disease with a greater than 99% survival. Shout proudly. Don't let others think that you are complicit with Mark McGowan. Let the world know that you will never stand aside and allow other humans to be segregated and removed from society.
There's no respect. We are treated like common criminals because we don't want to be injected with an untested drug.
The building industry will not comply. We will take on the industry and we will win our freedoms back.
This is worse than apartheid. We must stop this segregation now. As a school principal, I am appalled at our own government. But now these drug pushers, what else would you call them, want to push these experimental drugs into our 5-year-olds.
In December, I wrote an email to Mark McGowan. If all this gets cut short, my blood will be on your hands and the blood of every other Western Australian who's had to give up their body to the coast. Please think about lifting this mandate on young workers 14 to 18 years old as a start, because I know you won't do this for everyone. This state's future workers are in trouble and it is all your fault.
Enough is enough! No more tyranny! This man is a psychopath, a tyrant, down to his tyranny. Freedom for all. We need to have the restoration of the rule of law in this country. The rule of law and not the rule of a psychopath who behaves like a tyrant. Down to tyranny. Let's teach him a lesson.
Let's go, guys, let's go. Fill up St. George's Terrace.
For freedom. Pissed off with what? Pissed off with the
handbags. Exactly. If we're not coming here, we're not going to be able to stop anything, and that's the thing. At the end of the day, everyone's had enough. We see enough people here ready to make some noise, but they're not listening to us, so I don't know what else we're going to have to do.
Yeah. Freedom, you know, freedom always. It's the only way.
Mark McGowan, the guy is a cockroach, and he needs to be removed ASAP.
Yep,
The
great.
people have had enough. He's an absolute megalomaniac and a complete tyrant.
Mr. Kim Beazley! Mr. Beazley! I've just dropped around with a few of my friends to say hi. Why do we all say hi, Mr. Beazley? Sorry, a bit of an update, everyone. A bit of an update. And apparently he is so cowardice, he took off 2 days ago. He needs a face nappy. Because tell you right now, if he hasn't got that level of courage, what an absolute baby. Can we all have a boo? McGowan is a criminal! McGowan is a criminal! McGowan
He's a criminal.
McGowan is a criminal!
Hello, can you hear me now? Alright. We're here outside Governor House to declare that West Australians have lost confidence in our Premier Mark McGowan. We would like the Governor, Kim Beazley, to dissolve the Parliament, and we need new elections. I hereby charge Mark McGowan, the Premier, with breaching the common law rights and fundamental human right of bodily integrity. I charge him with breaching Australian health laws that state is not compulsory in Australia. I charge him with bribing and bullying the citizens of West Australia with an untested drug that amounts to an experiment on the population, a breach of international human rights covenants that Australia has ratified. I charge him with treason against the people, designing policies and laws for corporations that are not in the public interest. These have directly harmed and killed Australian citizens. I charge him with genocide for mandating an untested genetic modification technology in the genetically diverse population with documented knowledge of the risks that this technology has on human populations. This hypothetical pandemic was created with mathematical modelling using industry assumptions that are now acknowledged to be false. The US Surgeon General Jeremy Adams dumped this predictive pandemic model on 14th of April 2020. I charge Mark McGowan with lying to Australians by claiming that this drug is safe and effective when it has never been tested to prove that it is safe and effective. elections declare that we want King Beazley to dissolve this parliament now so that we can have new elections and elect people that will represent the public's voice in our parliament.
I am a constitutional law professor for 30 years. That's my main unit. I used to be Associate Dean for Research at Murdoch Law School. Teaching constitutional law for 20 years, I can assure you that what the governor must do is to dismiss the Premier of Western Australia on the grounds of his unconstitutional behavior. He is acting beyond the limits of his legal capacity. He is actively acting as a dictator. He's not respecting the separation of powers. He's basically undermining the Westminster system of government. There is no parliamentary accountability regarding to his actions. He is not acting as a proper and legitimate premier. He must be removed.
Thank you all for coming in. Please respect our peaceful stance. Can we please, for a couple of minutes, drop the flags and the banners so we can keep up our vigil? Thank you. Welcome to the Umbrella Group's daily vigil at Government House. We stand here every day from 8 to 10 o'clock and state our position to the Governor of Western Australia. Please come along and join us. The greater the number of people, even in silence, the greater the voice. We will now play The Last Post, followed by a 1-minute silence. If you could all face the Governor's house, please.
So, we put together this board of, many of them are Australian, few internationals, and all these people have died from the yet they're unheard. It's just so sad. Especially that mainstream media aren't telling the people that this is happening.
My message to Mark McGowan is I hope you wait late every night and think about all the children, parents and hard-working Western Australians you're putting in danger.